with me today. So impressed. With the spine, the basic, everything.
Okay. When you're right. And you're right. Talking to you right.
All right, that works. Slide over, make a nice little triangle. Yoy. Go okay.
Go on, okay.
Hajime. Yame. Uchido, go on okay.
Loose.
Hajime.
Head. Up.
Yame. One more time. Hajime.
Head. Head. Jump.
There we go, that sounds better. Yame. Beautiful.
You're up, baby, elbow.
Hajime.
Head. Jump.
Yame. Uchido.
Yes. Loose.
Hajime.
Head. Jump. Hey.
Yame. The top end of the eye of Enfiropo and Chinokata. Elbow. What are we doing with that? More specific. Give me some options. What are we doing? Somebody.
The end of the eye?
Yeah, just the, okay, I'm just getting everybody on the same page. This rising elbow, this IDMP. Options. What are we doing?
Break and show.
Breaking the choke. Okay, I'll buy that.
Striking the hand.
Oh, actually elbowing something. Say something.
Deflecting
Say it in English.
deflecting the block.
There we go.
Punch.
Blocking, flexion, okay. What else?
Justin. Loading for the next 10.
Okay, all right. Hey, there's a whole bunch of stuff we could be doing. Do any of those things, which everything I completely agree with, happen out here?
No, sir.
No. Okay. Do not do this rising elbow out here. It does no good.
Oh, you
Slow
see that
cut.
here too?
What?
You see that elbow over here too? Oh,
You know,
the
what
phone
you
call?
know?
The phone call? The
Yeah.
phone call elbow?
What you? No, and it stems from two things. Well, basically one thing, going too fast. You're going too fast, you're letting that hip roll too much, and you're throwing that elbow out sideways. You're not controlling it at all. Slow it down, drive that elbow at least straight off the shoulder. If not, slightly in. Again, depending upon your shoulder growth. Like mine doesn't go in without me forcing it. It doesn't like that. So at least straight, if not a little bit in. No?
Loose. Yes.
What you know? One more thing. Hang on.
What is your target on that elbow? Random. Huh?
Bottom of the chin.
The chin?
Bottom of the chin.
Bottom of the chin?
That's what I am for my own machine.
Can I rephrase the question maybe? What is the initial target?
Okay.
Where you go?
Alright. So if I'm doing that elbow, right? And I'm going for the chin, right? I'm going over here, and I'm going to do that. This up here, alright? Over here. Over here. Alright, get into that spot and get that elbow up there. Alright, good. Yeah, that's better. Alright, cool. Now, resist. Don't let me push it down, okay? stop me from bringing it down. Bring it up. Bring it over here. Where are you stronger? Where are you stronger?
Lower.
Lower, alright? These lats, alright, right here, right there with the shoulder down, is keeping that in there. And the beautiful thing about that elbow is, right there, now you have two choices. You can stick that thing in the sternum and break a thing, or you can go up. But if you go up, you only got one choice. Does that make sense? Alright? So bring it over here, get the line straight in there, alright? And then now you can go, okay, I can stick it in there right there, or I can go up with it, but then you're strong in a strong frame. This?
Yes.
You want to add that? Alright.
Start.
Burn.
Initial target. Initial target is target. That's what we would get.
Same thing like when we do Aggies, right? For us anyway, it's not like a boxer. Our target isn't up. Our first target is here, through, in the basic format. So that's something as well. Alright, Mushiro.
Yes. Close.
Piroppo.
Piroppo.
Hajime.
Head. Go. Hey.
Do it. Yeah, man. Mushiro.
Close.
Good? Hajime.
Right?
Head. Go. Hey. Yeah, man.
When you're doing any technique, if you had to pick one thing to focus on in that technique, what do you think would be most important to make the technique work? You just had, you screwed everything else up with whatever technique you did, but you could keep one thing without messing anything else up. What do you think?
I would want, I know I phrase it like that. If it's a kick, it would be my foot blade. I want a solid weapon.
Okay, so you want a solid apex weapon,
Because
okay?
anything else is just gonna break.
Something that will get me out of the situation, please, or
You don't get all that esoteric on it. Something practical. You're not wrong, but not today.
Stance and balance.
Okay? Everybody vote for hip? No? I'm the only one who votes for hip?
I just don't think I can break my hand if my hip is perfect.
No, I understand that. But, okay, I'm not, this is no right or wrong answer, this is an opinion question. And I'm leading to a point. My opinion is if I've got good hip drive, doesn't matter. I've broken enough hands and fingers, I don't care. If I've got the most solid fist or foot blade, but it comes out like a 2-year-old swatting flies, doesn't do me any good. If I've got perfect stance and balance, but I'm moving like a 90-year-old woman, you two, either you, I don't know if you, yeah, you've had it. Either you two met Mark Moore yet out of Georgia? Has he been down? He's got a classic example of stance and balance and how you can get around that. Yoidachi, right? We translated it as ready stance. Right? Actual yoi in Japanese means good, so it kind of translates to good stance. And he always makes the example of, okay, it's supposed to be a good stance, good balance, solid, hit from it. He'll jack himself up on his heels, stick his butt back, and then nail it. I mean, just dunk it. Technically, he should not be able to do that. He is off balance, his body is all jacked up. drops that hip in, he just flattens. How do I know? Did him do it, had him do it. So, my personal opinion, if you gotta pick one thing, make sure the hip's right. Coming off of, what caught my attention was coming off of here, empty roll call. All I'm seeing is an arm drop. There is nothing there.
Yes.
That hip has gotta go. That hip has gotta go.
Post.
Cock back a little bit.
So, well, in whatever that means to you, the hip has to go. If you really make it overt and roll it, I'm good with that. If you have more of an internal rotation, if you develop that kind of hip power, I'm good with that. But I'm not seeing either one of them, I'm just seeing hip and arm drop. Just, I don't do dooley squat. No?
Post.
One more time.
Post.
Empty roll.
Happy roll call.
Adjourn. All right.
When you guys coming from here and doing the 1 and 2, we stopping here, we want to go all the way up straight, correct? For you?
I don't disagree with your opinion, but I do not go that far.
Okay, all right, that's what I was asking.
Ten no kata.
Tenakala.
Adjourn.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Go ahead. Muichiro.
Yes, post.
Adjourn.
Hey. 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 Jump.
Go ahead. Don't forget eyes, feet, hip, hand. Have to lead. Where the head goes, the body goes. Body goes first when you walk into that punch, that hurts a lot. Chino kata.
Tenakala.
Adjourn.
Hey. Hey. Jump.
Go ahead. Adjust as you need to. I'm not gonna, you gotta do whatever you need to do to adjust. Muichiro, chino kata.
Tenakala.
Adjourn.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Go ahead. And one of those, classic East Asian esoteric kind of statements. Live in the moment, right?
Post.
Wherever you are, that's where you are. Live right there. If you're thinking about, how does that apply to kata? If you're thinking about the next move, or you're thinking about the last move, the move you're doing sucks.
Yes. Post.
It's that simple. How does that apply to a fight? If you're thinking that you just screwed up that move, you're getting hit in the face.
Yes.
If you're thinking, well, I'm gonna hit him here, I'm gonna hit him here, and then you get a knife in the eye. Be where you are. I'm seeing quite a bit of this in Chinokata. Here's good. I'm thinking about the down block. So I can get myself there. Everybody see what my feet did? Who's looking at my feet? Nobody. No?
House.
Okay. Hit each one. Just because I described, well, yeah, you can hit harder from there. That's not our ideal, right? You want to strive for the perfect technique.
Yes. House.
One more time. Chinokata.
Chinokata.
Hajime.
Hey! Hey!
Jump!
Hey!
Yeah, man. In a kata that only does a closed hand technique, we don't do shoot those, we don't do anything with them. They're all closed hand techniques. How many times do the hands open and close? None. How many times between techniques in our stances do our feet do the same thing, open and close? By that I mean this.
None.
None. Well, they loosen to start and they grip at the end. But in the middle, they don't. I don't know why, either I haven't noticed it or you just started doing it, so I don't know why. But you're milking your feet when you're moving.
House.
Grip, you relax them, boom, you grip in again. I shouldn't see, unless you're getting ready to kick something, there should not be daylight under your feet, really. Right? Even when you step, right? We practice this one, this kind of thing. Not really daylight under the feet. Where we at? Pinan Shodan.
Shodan.
Hajime.
Hey! Hey!
Jump! Yeah, man. Moichido.
Yes. House.
Hajime.
Hey! Hey!
Yeah, man. Good. This cup and saucer, we come up in Chudan and Age here. When we make the next motion, what is the position of our hands? Give me a name to them. What are we doing?
Position.
Coming here, I'm making two arm motions. If I had to stop them at the apex of the technique, what name would we put to them?
Turn them both.
Right, okay, yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. But that motion that you made is Morote is two, bump, bump, something, something. What are the something, something? If I'm here, it says Morote, Chudan Soto Uki, right? Double middle outside block. After we do this, we can double down block. What is the next motion from here, if you freeze frame it? Yeah, right there. What are you doing? Right, you're doing two middle inside blocks. Absolutely. Here, you're making basically two middle inside blocks. At no point do we ever do a middle inside block this way. For those of you that are doing that, please stop doing that. Keep that elbow down. One of the tenets of Sheath the Root, elbow down. Here, east way. Right? Now, we use them for different things. We're not really using them for middle inside locks. But that is the motion. It's 2 middle inside locks. Okay?
Yes.
Wichito.
Yes.
Wichito.
Yes.
Hajime. Eyes, feet, hip, hand.
Yes.
You're still turning blind. You're punching the face a lot. Ropoho.
Rubber hole.
Hajime.
Jump.
You weight more forward. This is a half front stance, not a weak cat stance. There we go. Yeah, man. Wichito.
Yes. Yes.
Hajime. Yeah, man. Good. Pinanita.
Pinanino.
Hajime.
Hey. Jump.
Good. Yeah, man. Good. Wichito. Pinanita.
Pinanino. Pinanino.
Hajime.
Hey. Hey. Hey.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna throw a punch. It doesn't matter what I'm throwing. Flat punch, irrelevant, but I'm just gonna use punch as an example. If I'm gonna throw the punch, what is the primary driver of the punch? Hips, right? Everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Anybody disagree with that? Okay. So if I'm throwing a punch and the hip is the primary driver, how does that energy transfer to my fist to make the fist go.
From the floor up to the ground.
Right? Correct, more specific on physically actually how.
The timing of your rotation and the timing of your punch must be in sync.
True? Anybody else wanna weigh in, or you just gonna keep throwing Ken under the bus while he kinda pokes around the answer I'm looking for?
Depends.
In this case, no, it doesn't actually depend.
Oh, muscle contraction.
In what way?
You want the muscles that are initiating to contract first and then up through the body, out to the extension of the technique.
That's poking real close to what I'm looking for. If I had no muscle on my arm, I mean, they were physically gone, but the tendons, the ligaments, the whole, the joints and everything together, and the skin was still there, could I throw a punch? Could I hit with that arm?
You could flail something out there, I would think.
If I took a rock, tied it to the end of the stick, once my hip, everything else goes, what makes the rock go past that?
Inertia.
Right. It's the inertia that goes through the rope to the rock. So there is no muscular contraction that is absolutely necessary. Here's the point I'm trying to make. If I throw a punch from the ground to my end of my fist is a rolling series of contractions that deliver that inertia to the end of my fist. You always put it, relax the muscle. If I try to move my fist by using actual muscular contraction to move my hand from point A to point B, you slow your technique and you drain all the power out of it. Why? Or how?
You're fighting against that inertia.
Say it louder.
You're fighting against the inertia.
Alright. 'Cause if I'm pushing this way, which way is my tricep pulling? It's actually pulling back that way. So if I contract my tricep to straighten my arm, it's actually pulling the wrong direction. And you couple that with everything else doing that same thing, you actually start bleeding power out of it. So from the floor, it's not whack, 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 and I push my fist out of it. No. It's that rolling inertia that gets it. You only use the amount of muscular contraction you need to guide it and to focus it. You don't physically contract muscle to put it there.
Let's,
Only tighten at the very apex.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We were just doing peanut needle, were we not?
let's,
Badanku.
all right, go.
There it is.
Adrian. They're gonna be a while. Go ahead. When you're getting ready to turn back that way, the arm twist with the hip shift, who did you get that from?
James?
Mr. James is mine, that's good. That's what I prefer, just you're the first senior that I've actually seen do that, other than Dave, that's all that, I didn't change. はい、もう一度、アナウンク。
はい、行こ
始め。And relax your shoulders, you're driving me crazy.
Centimeter? Last one?
You're at the very end? No, it's, but, then could do that. Boom, boom, and then shorten for the command. Go ahead. It's not this kind of leaning half Shotokan back stance. Short front stance. The weight is forward. So just like Tenshin Hako, when you're gonna pull back to a command for us, we're not pulling back to here. Right? If we were, we'd be in a cat stance. The weight is still forward in the short front stance.
う。よし。
Alright, one more time. Ananku. Hajime. Yeah, man. Pinasan na.
ピランサンダー。
Hajime. Yeah, man. Going down the eye in Pinan Sanda. The elbows out. We're doing what we're doing. Give me some options. What are we doing?
Headlock,
Right?
headlock, headlock.
Oh, headlock. Headlock? Okay. Yep.
Maybe, flatten a front kick.
Blocking, parrying. Okay. Nice throw in there too. Okay. For all of those things, which I agree with all of them, if I'm going to throw you in a headlock, is my elbow back here? No. If I'm doing this as a block, is my elbow back here? No. It is here and flat for all those reasons that you guys just talked about, right? This is the body mechanics for this one. Is there any point in our martial arts where we put pressure on the fist and then bend the elbow, or excuse me, bend the wrist?
No, sir.
How many times do we bend the wrist?
Never.
No, we do. There's a couple. This block, this type of blocking, we'll bend the wrist. But we're striking here. There is no point ever where we put pressure here and then bend the wrist. It will make a big loud crunchy noise and you will not play video games well anymore. Okay? Because it's all going to be jacked up in pins and things like that. So that also includes putting yourself in danger. And half of what we're learning when we do this isn't doing things to people, it's preventing us from doing things to ourselves, putting ourselves into a corner. If I'm here and I pop this hand to do whatever I'm gonna do and I bend the wrist, what happens the first time he just slams that palm on the end of my elbow?
It's gonna break.
Right. Well, it might not break, but it will hurt a lot. Ask me how I know that. That's how he fixed me from doing that. Oh, okay. Yeah, that hurts a lot. All right? Wrists are straight. Always. Now, depending upon your body, this elevation might change, but this doesn't. Right? If you need to lower it to your actual thigh bone, the top of your femur, okay, that's fine. That's a good solid position too, depending on your flexibility. Most men, because of the way our pelvic bone is shaped, we end up on top of the iliac crest, which is the big flat part up here. Women, a lot of them, especially if they're very short-waisted, cannot get here. Because women's pelvises are typically taller and their waist is shorter. So they end up on top of the femoral trochanter, which is the top of the femur right here, the thigh bone. That's where a lot of women will have to end up teaching tip right there. Right? I'll get some, a woman that's like, this tall, she's literally got, from the distance between the top of her pelvis to her rib cage is about that far. She's not gonna get her hands in there, ever. It's physically impossible. So she'll end up on the femur. Some guys with shoulder problems can't get up that high. That's fine too. This is not the relevant part. This is the relevant part.
Posso?
Muichiro, Pina-san-da.
Yes, boss.
Hajime.
Hey! Hey!
Young man. Matsukaze.
待ってください。
Hajime. Alright, still high speed hip hand. Young man.
In months since I did that.
Alright, for this week, there seems to be only 2 common denominators so far. So which one of you 2 scared off than everybody else for the new year? I know where my money's laying.
Oh, yeah.
If I end up with just you in class, it's gonna be a bad day. Not for me, though. There's something I want to say. I'm not just gonna go with it. Oh, okay. How many people remember when we talked about Mushin and Zanshin? Anybody? Okay, remember the words, okay? Yes, no? Any? No? Not all you remember that? Okay. There are 2 concepts for your mind in Japanese. Shin in Japanese can translate to mind or spirit, that can have by spirit, attitude, something. Mushin, you will hear mostly translated as the mind of no mind. I always hated that. Sucky Price, if you've never met him, out of Virginia, despises it to his very core. I finally heard a better translation that I really like. It's relaxed mind. Zanshin is usually translated as perfect finish. I was kind of ambivalent to that one. I didn't really like it, but I didn't really hate it either. I heard a better translation that I like, which is focused mind. So Mushin, the relaxed mind, is the mind where your conscious mind shuts off and it just kind of goes to sleep. And your subconscious mind, your muscle memory takes over. For those of us that drive, I know I'm not the only one that's done this. You'll get in your car after work, especially sometimes. You'll drive all the way home and you have zero memory of how you got there.
Yes.
I mean, just like you didn't exist. You just blinked and you were home. Obviously, you didn't kill anybody. Obviously, you didn't wreck anything, so you drove perfectly fine. But you have no conscious memory. That's Mushin. When you're sparring, wham, and you just, I don't even know what I did. Okay? Sometimes be up here working or demonstrating Bonkai. Somebody will throw something strange and they'll throw not what I want. Something will come out and inevitably the student will go, can you do that again? I'm like, nope, got no idea what I did. You need to tell me what I did because I don't know what it was. That is Mushin. Zanshin is like at the end of the kata. That's where it's typically shown. It's that still focused, still on the fight, still in the fight as you're coming to yoi, not messing with your gi, finishing the fight, right? Fight's not over till the fight's over.
Yes.
So you alternate kind of between Mushin and Zanshin. You focus the mind when it needs to be focused. You relax the mind when it needs to be relaxed. So same thing with the body. We're talking about the transition of, you can't be wrapped up in your mind thinking about the technique and expect to relax the body. The mind's not relaxed, the body won't relax.
Yes.
Just as simple as that. So I saw in Matsukaze just now something that, again, you're thinking, I'm not going to point any fingers, but you were thinking one or two moves ahead because you're shortening motions, you're stiffening muscles that don't need to be stiffened. These kata at this point, you should be able to do in your sleep. Okay?
Post.
Now, I haven't started doing this with you guys, but one of Hanchi's classics. Okay? We'd be doing a kata run like this. He'd be sitting up here with his iced tea, and he would start having a full-blown conversation with us. Weather, news, current events, whatever. Doesn't matter. Full-blown conversation. Wow. First time he did it, we would stop and talk to him. He'd yell at us, he'd hit us, he'd be like, no, you got the way he thought. That was his way of testing it. It took him a while to figure out he couldn't give a rat's behind our opinion on anything we were talking about. He wanted to see if you could separate the mind and the body. If your mind could be doing something else, your conscious mind, but still have that Mushin to do kata, to still be in the fight, and still do it right. Because you can't, trust me, you cannot carry on a conversation and think about kata at the same time. I don't care who you are. I've never seen anybody that can do that. So, same thing here. Stop thinking about, gee, where does that hand go? Where does that hand go? Where's my next foot? Stop. Just do. Just do. And that will translate, the one that caught my attention was this. I don't even know what that was. Full motion. If you're shortening motion because you're already thinking of someplace else to be in the moment. Do each motion. If you screw it up, better wrong strong than weak and right. So just keep rolling, fix it next time. One more time. Matsukaze.
Matsukaze!
Hajime.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. It's so good to do. Thank you so much. We'll see you guys soon. Yeah, I'll see you in the summer. Take care. Bye. Bye.
Young man. Good. So we're at Yondan? Yeah. Pinon Yondan.
Yin Yadan.
Hajime. Uichiro, Pinangyondan.
Yanyanan.
Hajime.
Hit!
Hey. You good? Yo, man. You back?
Yes, sir.
Did you come for class, or did you just stop by to say hi?
Come for class, sir.
You're 50 minutes late. We're actually getting ready to close it out. Wednesday's at 6.
I was on the phone at 7.
Monday is 7, Wednesday is 6.
She had it
And
in
backwards.
person. Oh,
I'm truly sorry about that.
It's okay.
But you can watch these guys sweat for a little while. Where are we at? Jute.
Jite.
Okay.
Jite.
Jute, as soon as cut this call. Hajime.
Hit! Jump!
Yeah, man. Uichiro, Jute.
Jite. Jite.
Hajime.
Hit! Jump!
Yeah, man. That's the last one for you, Ken, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Drop back to Pinon Yondan, Pinon Godan.
Plus.
Hajime.
Hit!
We're thinking about Mr. Brand, getting mad at yourself doesn't help. Yeah, man, ready? Yeah, man. At the end of the eye, when you're stretching out, that last one, you're actually looking back over your shoulder, prepping for the next guy. You're not still focused on this guy. You've gotten rid of him, you're looking at the next one.
Plus.
Okay, you bounce between Pinot Yondan and Jite.
Plus.
If we change, you just stick with Pinot Gordon.
Plus.
What's the highest cut that you have? Yeah, that one.
I was learning Kurumba.
Okay, so you've got everything up through Kudarumfa?
I need to review those last
Okay.
two.
Okay. You got Basai Show?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I need to review it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna need a review from you. Okay, just because I like it, let's start with Seipai,
Say pie.
whatever your cutters are. Hajime. pull something out. Oh, I knew there was something I wanted to say to you. What did you screw up at the beginning of Pinot Go Down last time?
Confused if it was a.
Right, but did you stop? Did you stop?
Can't really remember, sir.
No, you didn't. So that's what I want you to do. You screw up, don't stop, go back, don't doubt yourself. It's better, wrong, strong, right? Fix it next time, so you know what you need to do. All right. Adjourn. Chico, short side kick. Wow. Good. Wow. There we go. Keep rolling. Good. No. That one. Yeah, cat stand. There you go. There you go. Keep going. Slide, palm
This
heel.
part I always get stuck.
Oh. Go back down block. Well, same thing on the side. Boom, 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 good. Yeah, now we're cooking. Good. Okay, remind me next time we'll brush up on it. Then let's drop back to Saison, then we'll call it a night.
Some.
How'd you doing? Good. Yeah, you got off-handed going down.
I thought I did it.
Alright, questions on anything?
Yes, sir.
You good? You got it. Questions?
Okay? Somebody ready? Shani ready? Talking ready?
Questions, comments, concerns? We good?
Yes, sir.
What's the name?
Yes.
I'm gonna apologize for whoever you talked to on the phone.
It's okay. When she said Wednesday at 7, I was like, yes, because I'm getting off work, I can get there.
You go.
So Monday is,
Monday at 7.
okay, I'm trying to see if it was on your,
No, unless they updated it within the past couple of days, it's not on the website. That way. Unfortunately, I have an appointment with my wife that I have to get to, or I'm gonna stay and do a partial class with you at least.
understood.
Worried I forgot all my middle
Okay.
chocolate.